Ninian is dead. Now, only Nergal's echoing laughter remains. On Hector's advice, the group heads toward Ostia. They are weary to the bone, and they need time to regroup. Ostia is the most heavily guarded fortress city in all of Lycia. No enemy should have been able to breach its walls. Chapter 29, Sands of Time. Lord Hector, we're pleased to see you home alive and well. Where's my brother? Ah, he departed yesterday for a conference in Etruria. He's scheduled to return in a half-month's time. Etruria? That's a pity. Go and prepare rooms for my companions. They need rest. Yes, my lord. Greybeard, you know something, don't you? Tell me, what are we supposed to do now? A moment, lad. Yes, I suppose you've a right to know. I first met Nergal some 500 years ago, wandering the Nabata wasteland. Like me, his only drive was the search for truth in this world. We were equals in power and knowledge, and we became fast friends. We believed we could solve the mysteries of the world. We truly believed. So, what happened? Disagreement made at the height of our quest. One day, as I charted the mysteries of Nabata, I came across the most amazing village. It was unbelievable, but in that place, humans and dragons lived together in cooperation. Dragons and humans? Are you telling me they could live together in peace? At first, I doubted what my own eyes showed me. But yes, the village truly did exist. That's amazing. The dragons that I beheld there, they were both similar to and different from the dragons I had fought hundreds of years before. Ah, Eliwood, are you... Please, go on. As you wish. They had refused to fight humans in the war, and instead, they retreated to this wasteland. They desired nothing but to remain hidden from the outside. Nergal and I crafted a barrier and created an oasis for them. Upon their invitation, we lived there with them. Our life there, it was calm and satisfying. At some point, the village became known as Arcadia, a place of perfect peace for travelers gone astray. Arcadia. The dragons' libraries were a dream come true to us. We studied their language and history with unbridled passion. A century, then two. Time passed in an eye's blink. And yet, slowly, our thoughts turned down different paths. In what way? I wanted to share the dragon's wisdom with others. My hope was for our earthly paradise to spread outward. And Nergal? Ah, Nergal. He took the dragon's knowledge. He learned the art of stealing the essence from living creatures and turning it into power. It was terrible. When we discovered what he was doing, the elders and I tried to persuade him to stop. But the power bewitched him, and he was deaf to our pleas. He started with small creatures and grew ever more confident. Then, he began draining the quintessence of humans. The villagers and I joined forces and defeated him. Or so we thought, but... After he was banished from Arcadia, Nergal fled to Bern. He increased his power slowly to avoid our eye. Using quintessence, he made his puppets, the Morphs. They are bewitching in form, with intellects beyond human. I'm sure you've laid eyes on them yourselves. Jet black hair, pale complexion, and blood-red lips. Their most striking features are their glittering gold eyes. Attack! We're under attack! What? Lord Hector, it's bad. An unknown group has breached the castle walls. How did they get in the castle without anyone noticing them? They just appeared out of nowhere. The attack was so sudden, the castle guards were annihilated. Castle Ostia is famed far and wide as being impregnable. If it's been breached so easily, can we save it? It's Nergal. His magic created an entrance for his thugs within the castle. Blast! That arrogant... No matter what, the throne must be protected. I'll not let the castle fall while my brother's away. Hold on, Hector. I'm going with you. Eris, we need you. We need a plan. If we can hold them back for a while, reinforcements will come. Alright, welcome to chapter 28. Our story and deliberating suddenly interrupted by Nergal's attack here in Ostia. So, taking a look at the map, we are once again back indoors on a new defense map where we are to protect the throne, as it says here for our objective. Now, just taking a quick look, it's a pretty big map and there are a pretty large number of enemies here. You can also see that a good section of our party is separated out from the main group up here on the throne. So, basic idea here is this tile here, the throne, we need to make sure that no enemy is able to step onto this tile, because that is grounds for instant game over on this particular map. So, we're definitely going to want... Luckily, we have kind of a decent... We have choke points here, right? We have a 2-tile doorway over here and a 3-tile wide doorway over here that we can block off, right? However, it would be a pretty simple map if we could just, hole up on the throne over here and then just stay here for the entire time. Taking care of enemies on any enemy phase and then healing back up. It'd be a pretty trivial way to solve this chapter, but protecting the throne is not the only objective. As you can see down here, we've got multiple chests, 2 over there, 2 up there, and 1 down here. And of course, if we do want to go around and try and get some more experience from all these enemies, then it would be in our best interest to actually advance and take some of these guys out, especially, for instance, this boss over here, Denning the Sniper, who, comparatively speaking, I would say, will be a fair bit easier to actually take out, simply because he is a sniper, which means you can very easily just attack from one range and not face counterattacks at all. Although you do have to watch out for his longbow, giving him a pretty decent attack range that a lot of your units might not be able to through which I should say a number of your units might not be able to get in here and attack him from far enough away to not aggro him first. But there's definitely plenty of ways around that. So just taking a look at some of the items here, we have a Sword Slayer on a Sword Slayer on this sniper over here. Definitely something that we, well, okay, this sniper can't use it obviously, but we can take it, and it's effective weaponry against Swordmasters, Myrmidons, heroes, and the like, which could be pretty useful since those enemies can be pretty annoying to deal with because they tend to have higher speed, so a lot of our units can struggle to double in some cases. And that, we've got plenty of archers to worry about this map. So we do need to be careful with our flyers should we want to use them. There is a Luna Mage over here that we want to keep an eye out for. A Killing Edge Swordmaster that we're definitely also want to keep an eye out for. And... ooh, a Druid with a Silent Staff. That is also something... this is also something that we're going to want to watch out for. That Silent Staff could be problematic for, well, our magic users, and especially if we need heals for sure. That would be pretty annoying. Sleep? Okay. Okay, so these enemies have got some status stabs over here. This guy has sleep. That's definitely really annoying. We definitely want to watch out for this. Sleep over here. If any of our units get put to sleep around this range, we might be in a little bit of trouble. So we'll want to keep an eye out for that as well. All of these range stabs here have a range of half of their magic. So, you know, if their magic stat's not super high, then their range isn't crazy. Although this one's pretty high. This guy's got 9 range on the silence. That's gonna be pretty annoying to deal with. Yeah, that's about it. So, not too many in terms of stealables, I should say. Unless the staves are stealable. Unless the staves are stealable, but I don't think the staves are stealable. I'll have to check, but I don't think they are. So yeah, I mean, we are bringing Legault here, obviously, because we've got some doors to take, a single door to take care of, I should say, but mainly we've got these chests that we want to grab. And if we want to get all of them, we're gonna have to move. We're gonna have to get Legault moving, I would say. So definitely something to watch out for. All right. Other than that, yep, that's the basics of the map. I can see that the default assortment of units that it's giving me here is a little messed up. So I'll go back there and fix all of that up. But yep, that should about cover it for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my time to do preps, and I'll see you after that. All right, I'm back with preparations completed. So we get a lot of units to deploy this time around. 18 full units. All of our lures here are force deploy, so that gives us 15 units to work with, which is, I think, is definitely the most number of deployment slots we've gotten thus far. What that actually means for me is that there are actually a number. I have more deployment slots than I have usable units. Basically, I'm around here, right? We get to Lucius, and then I got like 3 extra units that I need to bring, or I don't have to bring, but I can bring, to round out my army. So what I've decided to do is, one, I'm going to bring Geats. Having Geats here is actually going to serve a very specific usage that I found that I think will be pretty useful. So it's nice to at least have him. And then Matthew and Luis are kind of here just for the ride. Matthew is here primarily to potentially help out with getting all the chests and opening the doors and stuff on this map faster. Having 2 thieves for that can be nice, although we do need to be very, very careful with Matthew, because if he gets in range of any enemy whatsoever, he is going to get absolutely obliterated. But I think we should be fine. And Luis is here just because I didn't really know who else to pick. I mean, there's plenty of other options. You can bring Jafar, you can bring Vida. I think out of all the if you haven't been using the units, Nils here is unavailable. This unit cannot take a part in this chapter. So if there are any other units, like all these other units over here, like not particularly realistic to bring if you want them to contribute to anything, just because if you haven't been using them, their stat lines are going to be pretty bad at this point in the game. So Jafar and Vida are really your only other options. Vida would be good ordinarily when we need to go quickly, but there are a lot of archers on this map, and so having a 4th flyer here might actually make things a little difficult. I've decided to bring Luis just because, I don't know, an extra 2 range option is not bad. She can probably get some damage in from the back line as we're defending the throne here. Overall, taking a look at all of our other units, I've done a little bit of moving around of weapons. A lot of the weapons I've given my units now are upgraded. We are nearing the end of the game to where conserving uses is not so much of a concern anymore. So a lot of our units here are going to be rocking our stronger weapons, like the killing weapons, the silver weapons, and whatnot. To give them, the most power that they can muster. Although in a lot of cases it might still not be super necessary at this point in the game, even. But with so many weapons at our disposal, I'm not overly concerned. Other than that, what else do I have to mention? I've given Heat the door key. This is a kind of just in case. I think there's a good chance I think there's a thief that shows up on this map. They're gonna go after the doors and chests, obviously. So if we can get rid of them quickly, that would be helpful. But in the case that we get there first, then the door key will be helpful here. So yeah, other than that, in terms of consumable items, actually I have a number of things I need to sell first. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sell some of my older, lesser important weapons at this point. Just to clear out some inventory space, really. I've been holding on to the Devil Axe this whole time, but this is not a weapon I'm ever going to use. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sell that along with everything else here. I think that's all we had for sells. Well, no, I want to sell these ones as well. These are kind of our lower usage weapons that we don't super need anymore. Or the weaker weapons, like the iron weapons. Yeah, last thing, Eliwood over here. We did our best to get Eliwood up to speed last chapter. Unfortunately, he did not get a single speed level this entire time, so his speed is really not in a great place right now. So I really wanted to give the speed wings to Hawkeye if I could. Getting him to 15 speed is, while not amazing, would help him out a decent bit, although since he does have the Brave Axe, he does have a way of working around that if he needs to. And since he's, so tanky already with a really high strength stat, sometimes it doesn't even matter. So Eliwood, I think, he really needs the help. Yeah, I mean, between Hawkeye and Eliwood, I think if I had to pick one to kind of give a little bit of help for speed, it's definitely gonna be Eliwood here. So we're gonna go ahead and use those speed wings. Right away, it gives him 15 speed. Not too bad. It's not amazing, but it puts him in an okay position speed-wise. Okay, I think that's about it for a couple of things. I've given Florina the Delphi Shield as well as the Brave Lance. Yeah, I'll tell you about that here in a second. Pent over here has got Restore, and Priscilla I've given Warp. Well, I've got another use for Warp this time around for this chapter that I'll probably use. There's a lot of situations where Warp isn't the most necessary thing. I don't know if it's gonna be particularly necessary this time around, but since I have it, it's a tool at my disposal. I can use it, and there's not going to be a ton of different uses for it going forward. And we have still 40 uses for it, so we've got plenty of room to work with there. I've also given Pent a rescue just in case. That's just kind of a failsafe, just in case something happens that I need to, an emergency where I need to pull someone out of range. Yep, other than that, the main thing here is actually our starting formation. So my plan here is basically we're gonna have a lot of our stronger units, or our mid to strong units, kind of holding up, blocking the way to the fort, or not the fort, the throne. And we're gonna and there's a few units that I want to send out over here. Both of our thieves are gonna be starting out here, which I think is fine because I have a strategy to get them down over here as quickly as we can. And everyone else is just kind of here along for the ride to provide defense as necessary. We have a small squadron down over here. Now, Geats is the only, well, okay, that's not true. I could have used Luis for this. Maybe I should use Luis for this, actually. Would I prefer Luis over here or Geats over here? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's see, 18 strength, 12 strength. Yeah, we're gonna prove, Geats is gonna be down here. He's not gonna be doing a whole lot, all things considered, because having not used him very much, he's got decent stats, but they're not anything crazy good, right? Especially considering his res and his speed is also kind of at that level where Eliwood and Hawkeye are at, or Eliwood where it was and Hawkeye is, where it's kind of middling, not super fast, but I mean, he does have the Brave Bow just in case. But my main purpose for him is actually to deal with this guy over here. This guy has a silent staff that I really don't want to deal with. Luckily, he does double the druid here if he's not getting weighed down, and he has the constitution for it. And at 6 defense, basically what the idea is, normally he wouldn't be able to attack this guy because he's, you know, a decent ways away from the wall here, but if you're an archer, you have access to the longbow for 2-3 range, which is actually, I think, probably will be a pretty clean way to get rid of this guy pretty much immediately, so we don't have to worry about him. Other than that, Pent is over here with the Restore Staff just in case we get put to sleep by this guy. I think there's a very good chance that someone does get put to sleep at some point. So on the turns that happens, we can restore with Pent and then move in to get rid of him as quickly as possible, so we don't have to deal with that either. We do need to watch out for the boss over here. There's a number of ways I'm thinking of killing this guy. One of the ways I'm thinking is actually to use Florina over here. She's got a hell of a ton of strength. Not enough speed to double though. The problem with this boss over here, is that he's very, very, very fast. There are very few units I have that will be able to double him. Florina, I don't think can. Even despite having 23 speed, her biggest problem is that she gets weighed down by all of her weapons. And if I give her a lighter weapon where she doesn't get weighed down, where she doesn't get weighed down, then, you know, she's not going to be doing as much damage. Fiora and Lyn are the only ones who could pretty easily double. Fiora, because, not only because of her added con, but she has 27 speed. Same with Lyn. Lyn also has 27 speed. So they're doubling, but it's going to be, you know, I'd like to leave Fiora a bit on the back burner this time around, because just because of how much she did a couple chapters ago, right? She's already one of our strongest units, and I think we need to give some of our other units some time to shine here. Especially if I can get Eliwood down there to get the kill on the boss, that would be phenomenal, because he's the one that's most behind right now. Yeah, Lyn, I think it's gonna be kind of hard to get down there. I can certainly try, but I think it's gonna be a little rough. Yeah, so that's why I've given Fiora the Brave Lance here, so that she can at least double against the speedy boss down there, and, you know, do a very solid chunk of damage. Delphi Shield is also here because she's going to, you know, be facing the brunt of all of these archers over here. There's multiple down here as well. Lowen is down here, obviously, to act as the crazy wall that he is. Not so much on the res side, but we've got a lot of physical enemies to worry about down here that we can, I think, pretty easily. Lowen can pretty easily clear them out on enemy phase. So that's basically the gist of everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and save all those changes and get this chapter started. We will deploy Merlinus. We do need to be careful with him though. This is a message from Lord Nergal. I await you on the Dread Isle. This is a message from Lord Nergal. I await you on the Dread Isle. This is a message. Oh my god, what is this? Is this like a robot voicemail or something? Tell all the soldiers, take your posts and don't move. Hold your positions. All we can do is hold on until reinforcements arrive. Eliwood, What? Don't overexert yourself. I'm fine. I'm not that weak. Ninian. You're one of Lord Hector's guests, aren't you? You shouldn't be out here. It's too dangerous. Go and hide in that room. Do you understand? Eliwood and Ninian, or not Ninian. Eliwood and Nils are really dealing with some shit here. Oh boy. Okay, so here are the basics of my plan. To start off with, I am trying to get mainly our lords as much experience as possible, so that they're as strong as possible for the end of the game. All of our other units here, most of our other units here are doing quite well for themselves, especially like our main combat units like Harkin and Fiora and Hawkeye, and then Canas in some cases, and then obviously Lowen and Florina and Pence are honestly doing quite well. Not that our lords aren't doing well. Hector is doing phenomenal. Lyn is honestly doing quite well at this point as well. Eliwood we're still trying to catch Eliwood up, right? So my first goal here is to bring Eliwood down here. Now, it's kind of a nuts move, okay? I honestly think I forgot, when I was looking through this, I kind of forgot about the knights here. I think these magic guys are probably gonna go for the knights. Which gives us a little bit of recourse. I'm gonna bring Eliwood down here. Now, I was doing the calcs, right? He's got 13 defense. It's not too bad. So he's actually, from a lot of these guys, he's not taking like any damage at all. Like, we're not taking any damage from you. We're not taking any damage from you. We're taking a bit of damage from this guy, and this guy. I think this guy can't reach, yeah. So basically, the idea is he'll survive. And if we basically just move him over here, equip him with a javelin so he can counter it once you range, Eliwood will be able to clean up quite well, I think, on this side of the map. Now, we do need to be careful, assuming like this guy over here takes out one of these knights, the archers will be able to break through. So we definitely need to be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good there, but you can see kind of what their range is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This archer, if he's allowed to break through, we need to be careful about where we're positioning our units up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so he can, and this guy's not the longbow guy. There's a longbow guy. This guy's a longbow. Steel bow. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can attack from here all the way up to the pillar. Okay, so right now, specifically, I don't want Fiora doing anything here because she no longer has the Delphi shield. So she will be taking effective damage, which we would like to avoid. I think what I'll do is, I would like to bring Hawkeye up there, but right now our goal is to give Eliwood the experience. We'll bring Lucius this way. My first goal here is actually going to be to pick up... Okay, over here, I had another idea. It was actually just to use Lyn. Lyn is also in an interesting situation where she actually has more defense than Eliwood. So she can actually take these archers herself. Not too bad either. And luckily, since they're archers, they can't attack at one range. We can just equip ourselves with a bow, and then we're guaranteed to counter. So let me check the ranges that I want to do. Once again, we're putting ourselves in threat of all these 5 units. Now, admittedly, if I want all of these guys to be attacking Eliwood to give him the experience, then I don't really want Lyn. But Lyn has higher defense anyway, so I think, okay. We're going to be moving a little bit slowly on this side over here. By the way, we get 11 turns for this. It's not a lot of turns, actually, to get everything done. But I think we're going to move a little slower on this side. Just so that Eliwood draws at least a little bit more aggro. I think they'll probably go for Eliwood anyways, just because he has lower defense. But we'll see. In the meantime... Well, let me see where the longbow guy can attack. Okay, we'll just position ourselves. I'm gonna pick up Matthew here and position Marcus on the pillar. The idea for that is we're gonna be sending Matthew down, hopefully here, as quickly as we can. And there's a number of units that we have that will be able to accomplish that for us. Priscilla is going to follow closely along. And then I need to be careful with the rest of my positioning here. Hector will move you along here. Hand axe, just in case. Same for the... do I need the pillar here? I think we don't necessarily need the pillar here. We will go still. Tomahawk is... Oh, okay. I don't want to use too many tomahawk uses here, so we'll just do that. Fiora will just kind of chill around here. Same with Luis. I can move Luis here. Harkin can move his way this way. I think that's a safe position as well. Yep. Here, Legault will be on his way. I'll position you there. Legault will be on his way later. I think the idea is get Matthew down here. And then Marcus can probably keep him safe down here, although by the time we get him down there, I think our party up here will be doing what they need to do down there as well. I need to get Heath out of here because he's actually, I think he's in longbow range. I think he is in longbow range. So luckily for Heath, we also need to keep him safe though. So I'm going to move him over here with Fiora, and then we'll leave it there. Okay, over here. Geets, you are going to longbow to take this guy out. Hopefully he hits. If we can get rid of this guy instantly, then we're a lot safer over here. If Pent ever gets silenced, then we're in for a decent bit of trouble. This door, I haven't really paid much attention to. I don't really plan on using this door myself, although there's a chance that a thief might show up and use that door, so we'll deal with that as it comes. Okay, Lowen. My idea for Lowen is essentially for him to come in here and sweep on enemy phase. My only concern is that I don't know if this guy, I don't know what the order of moving. If this guy comes over and sleeps, then we're first turn, then we're gonna have a bit of trouble enemy phasing. But I think we have recourse if he does. I just need to make sure we keep Pent outside of sleep range. Yeah, I think that we definitely have a way. Just in the case that we do get put to sleep before we can enemy face stuff, that will be an entire. I think we have a way of dealing with that for sure. I don't think I can get all the. I don't think I want to get all the way out here to lure you out. The main thing about Lowen here is that he is extremely defensive. 21 defense means he's not taking any damage from the guy with the killing edge, which is key. We don't have to risk a crit there. And I believe any of these archers, none of these archers will do any damage to him. Now, I'd prefer not to lure this guy out, the Nosferatu guy, although maybe if I get in range there, he won't use sleep, and then we'd be good. But we have to take a bigger hit here, because magic-wise, res-wise, Lowen isn't as strong. With 11 res, he's taking... I need to watch out for these enemies too, but... yeah, potentially you. Although I don't think I'm taking any damage from... okay, 3 damage from that guy, so keep that in mind. 19 here, which is, what, 8 damage? And then, not very much damage from this guy. 5. 8, 5, that's what, 13, 16 damage. Like, he'll be fine. You know, even with this guy attacking at 23, that's like, what, 12 damage, which is still quite a bit. Brings it up to like 28-ish damage. I'm rough numbers. I'm not doing exact math here, but he does have the HP to survive, so it's just a matter of, you know, will we be okay in that regard? That's kind of the biggest concern. Maybe it's probably a better idea not to aggro too many enemies at once. We can aggro a good number of them, though. Here's what I'll do. We're gonna play it a little bit safe here because we don't need to be super risky. I think we actually javelin here. Is that enough? We only have 11 javelin uses. 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably don't double you though. I have to keep that in mind. Yeah, I think we'll have enough javelin uses for now. All right, and then everyone else, we're just gonna kind of follow up from behind. I really prefer to keep Pent out of sleep range. So Pent, we're going to move you here. And then I don't really mind if Florina gets in sleep range. That's not a big deal, although... I could actually, because she has the Delphi shield, I could deal with these archers like right now with her. Maybe that's the play. Although if I can get Eliwood some more experience, that would be nice as well. Okay, I'm just gonna move... Yeah, if she... We're gonna move her here, actually. In the case that we need to do Restore with Pent, this is our best position. Equip the Javelin, and then I think that leaves us in the clear. Merlinus! I just need to keep you kind of back here and safe, so... Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's 0 damage. The crit's not risky at all, although we don't... Oh, we do double. Awesome. Lowen is fast enough. Okay, so that guy is just down pretty easily. Lowen's gonna be putting in a lot of work here on the first turn, on these first turns. Okay, you're gonna go for... They really go for... Oh, you know what? It's because they can't counter. That's probably why. That's a little bit annoying, actually. At the very least, they act as pretty decent walls to start off at the beginning here. But if they all go for the knights here, we can't as easily enemy phase these units. We won't be able to enemy phase the units as easily, but... Clean KO there. Yeah, okay, that was the main concern. These guys are definitely gonna get completely destroyed by the magic users here, which will open up a way for some of these other units to move in. We should be fine here. He dodges anyway, so we're good. And we double, so... I think that's the only mage that was in range to get Geats. They really just completely go for... Okay. That is very annoying, actually. Okay, but you're gonna go for Eliwood. 0 damage. Dodges, so we don't have to deal with the poison just yet. Oh, now you get points of speed, huh? Now you want to get points of speed. Appreciated, though. We definitely need quite a bit more speed on him. Good dodge. Oh, yeah, the longbow guy's gonna be kind of annoying. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is totally fine as well. You're also dead. Just what we want to see. Classic low and level. He got a pretty decent one the last one though. Man, these guys are just all going... Okay, they've opened up the way. They've opened up the way. We need to create a wall here now. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're gonna sleep that guy? I'm totally fine with that. That actually helps a lot. You know, okay, so you can see how sometimes these green units acting as dummies can be really helpful, and other times they're a little bit annoying. Like, I could have taken out way more of these enemies on enemy phase had they gone for my units instead of the green units. But because the green units are there, they're just gonna go for them. Which is definitely a bit annoying. Okay, but we didn't really get threatened, like, at all this time, so this gives our other units opportunities to do things. I don't know why this guy... Oh, you know, he went after... I understand. Okay. So... Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to get rid of this guy so that he can stop sleeping. However, there's a good chance that he goes for a sleep on this guy. I'm not so sure. We might be luring this guy out a little bit too early. I could pull him back, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would that be out of range? It would be just out of range, but then what do we do, right? Florina will be stuck here. Being weighed down against these guys is maybe not ideal, although maybe not the biggest of deals either. There's no world in which they're doubling even when she's weighed down. That's probably our best bet, right? Of course, I could also use Pent to take some of these guys out as well. He would also be safe and out of range. $16, $13, $13. Okay. Here's what we'll do. I'm gonna get rid of the guy with the sleep staff because I really don't want to deal with him. With Low in here. Good dodge on the Nosferatu. Would have been fine either way. And I don't want to lure you out just yet. So what I'm going to do is actually make sure we have the right item equipped here. A javelin is exactly what we want. I'm going to go ahead and rescue you and bring you up over here. That should be safe. Yeah, she'll be fine. She's weighed down to 11 speed, but that just means she's not doubling these guys, which is not a problem at all. And with a Delphi shield, she's not taking effective, so she's completely safe there. We can go ahead and bring Pent over here to... I do need to attack at range, right? Yeah. So we do get countered here, but for only 4 is not that big of a deal. Make sure to get rid of the longbow guy, because the longbow guy is just annoying, being able to attack at 3 range. Nice. Got that Sword Slayer there, although we don't really need it right now. Brave bow. We'll just hand axe here. Yeah, we'll just hand axe here. Take this guy out. Unless he misses. Skeets has that issue, huh? Not a big deal, though. Okay, up here. Eliwood, if you could get the kill on the sniper, that would be phenomenal. But that would require me to kind of play around with some of these other enemies down here. Now, I need to create a wall here because I think that our biggest concern, our biggest threat here is these archers against our flyers over here. So we definitely want to get them out of the way if we can. Steel sword will do here, right? Yeah. You are the sniper. Are you the one I want to kill right now? If I could advance Lin a little bit more, that would also help. I think I see the vision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I see the vision. Can Legault get this kill? Totally. Not that kill, this kill. Oh, no, he can't. That is 26 damage, which is not enough. Man, Legault, if only I trained you up a little bit more, or maybe you got just better levels, that might have worked better, but we'll move him here anyways, because we do need to get him on the move. Although I do want to keep him safe from getting hit, though. 9 defense. He's not going to be taking that much damage, but he doesn't have much HP to work with either. But I think it should be safe for him to at least try, and then we can pull him back if necessary. If we can get a crit here, just like that, that'll do it. He can kill if we get a crit. Then Lin, I'll bring you over here to take out the sniper. Don't need the Monikati here. Don't need the killing edge. Steel sword will just do it. Okay, some defenses, not too bad. And then Kanas. Harken. Oh, you know what? I think the attack. Okay, I can attack with the hand axe. I think that is just what we do. We can give Harken the hand axe kill here. Gets him a nice chunk of experience as well. Okay, cool. Some speed, some res, helpful. Kanas can come down here then. And Flux for a kill here. And then actually, I think we can get Priscilla down here for a nice kill. Yeah. I think it's safe too. Yeah, completely safe. As long as she doubles, which she does. Perfect. Okay, does this mean we can get Marcus going, like, now? We could. What's your speed at while you're way down? Speed is 7 while you're way down. We're not getting doubled. That's good. That is key. As long as we have a way of retaliating, we should be okay. Okay, we're pretty much in the clear on that side. Over here, we have a lot more to do, though. I think getting Luis a kill here would actually be quite useful. If we can take out all these archers. I want Eliwood to get the sniper kill though. And also be in a better position after the fact. So we have, I mean, I think every single one of our units here can get a kill, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we should be able to handle this just fine. And keep our flyers safe, which is, I think, the key thing here. So one silver axe use is all I need there. I'm sure. Well, it's just a matter of who gets who gets what kill. How do we want to position is the main thing. Hector is our lowest move here, but even then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gives him all the chances that he needs. We'll go ahead and give Hector the kill here. Silver axe, wolf bale. Honestly, none of these really matter. We can use the. It just doesn't matter at all. I'll use the wolf. I'll just use a silver axe. We have it. We've got plenty of them. They'll last us till the end of the game. Okay, next, Hawkeye can come down. And also a silver axe, one shot here. That lets Fiora fly down. Will Heath be able to reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? He will not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But Luis can take it, I think. We can move Eliwood in here now and use our rapier here to get the kill on the sniper. This guy's a bit annoyingly positioned, but it's not that big of a deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Heath, where are you at, by the way? You know what? Okay, I see what we're doing here. Lucius. Take this guy out. Nice crit. Those are, yeah, those are the stats that Lucius likes to get. That lets Heath come down. And I don't think we have any more. Okay, we do have a threat here. I probably should have paid attention to that, huh? If it's just the one archer, the one sniper though, with 15 attack and a poison bow, I think we can let Luis take it. Luis should be fine. Having the extra, yeah, she should be fine. The real question is, okay, 4 damage here. If we can get the crit, she can save herself from any damage. So we'll give it a shot. Yeah, nice crit. Okay, cool. Killer weapons coming in clutch there. Not that it really mattered. And then Heath, we do want to avoid archer range still. I'll just give it to Fiora. Steel sword, steel sword. Yep. Archers are not difficult to take out on player phase because they can't counter at one range, which makes them that much easier to deal with. And that's actually one of the things that makes the current boss, that extra point of speed actually matters a lot. I'm not making use of that myself right now, but it is pretty useful. All right, let's just get Heath just outside of archer range here. And does that clear everything up? Oh, Merlinus is the only one I haven't moved, right? Merlinus just... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Misses anyways. Geese gets the kill on the return. This is fine. 0 damage. Yeah, Pence got this. Although doesn't have quite enough magic to one-shot here. Unfortunate, but we do have plenty of Hellfires, so I'm not concerned. Okay, you're gonna come up here. 10 damage on a Nosferatu, not a big deal. Can't one-shot though. Marcus is not quite strong enough for that. Oh, but he does double still, because the Nosferatu weighs him down. That's why. That's perfect, actually. You're gonna go attack the sleeping knight. Sure. Do what you want. That's 6 damage. She dodges anyways, and she gets the crit with the killer bow. Lily's actually doing a little bit of something here. Stealing a bit of experience, but it should be fine. Okay, they're the first wave of reinforcements, including the thief with the lockpick. I am personally not a big fan of that. There's actually something that okay, I can do that. Okay. There's something I want to do. And hopefully I can do this fast enough. We are going to move... I think we should be able to do this. Okay, I'm gonna move Marcus over here. And move Priscilla down over here. And we are actually going to warp down onto this chest over here. That warp staff gives a hefty chunk of experience. Although we don't get a particularly good level in return. Okay, so we basically got this chest locked down now. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it getting, picked off by this thief over here, which is very nice. These guys are going to advance forward, and I don't really care about them. We're gonna keep the boss down over here for a bit, while up here, I know reinforcements are gonna come from probably other places around. So I do want to keep kind of one of our squadron, a good chunk of our squadron up here to keep them safe, or to, protect the throne. So, Eliwood is the only one that's not going to be doing that. Eliwood is going to be advancing. We are definitely going to advance Eliwood so that he can get some kills. So we'll equip him with the javelin here. Although we do probably want to, he's pretty close to S-rank swords, so we'll probably get there, no problem. I have Lowen right now. I want to try getting Eliwood the kill on the boss here, and it's very doable. If I can get Eliwood down to a position where he can attack them, which will happen next in like a couple turns, so no worries there. As for you, I mean, I do need to drop Lowen this turn. Pants, I'm not super concerned. I didn't even need to use Restore, because the guy slept, that guy, he didn't even stay asleep that long, so. Okay, basically our wall here is going to be these guys on this side. That should suffice. We'll bring Luis back in. And then Fiora, I guess you can fly down with Eliwood, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. I could just deal with you now. Might as well. We will fly. Well, I want to keep. Yeah, we're gonna drop low in here. And we're gonna keep Florina in this spot as well. Geets can kind of move over this way as well. Everyone else here, we're not really gonna be doing much with. I can fly Fiora over here without much issue either. Although, what are you equipped with? Steel sword. Oh, that's my bad. He's gonna go for Fiora on the next turn probably, but not a big deal. Lin and Harkin are going to shore up our defenses on this side while Legault gets a move on. I think we should be good here. Merlinus, I don't have a huge use for you, so you can just stay back there. Yeah, that's honestly fine. Not a big deal. The 9 damage from the Luna though is honestly not anything to be worried about. Where are you going? You're gonna open up that door? Okay. I don't really care about that. That doesn't really affect me in any way. Where are these knights going? Another thief. Okay. Let's see, what do we do about this? I think, are we going to be baiting him now? If we bait him now, what happens? Eliwood would be able to attack. Okay. Next turn. So I can definitely bait with Lowen. My idea was essentially to bait with Lowen. Because Lowen, with 22 defense, and not getting weighed down that much. He's also quite fast. Not getting weighed down with like a javelin or anything. He will be able to take a 31 attack hit from a longbow pretty darn well. It's actually less than this because the silver bow is quite a bit stronger than the longbow. So we bait him out with the longbow. He's not going to do very much damage, and then we can take him out next turn. With Eliwood, with Eliwood as a contribution here, but so we're going to. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be enough. So we're gonna essentially move low in here. What do these guys have? Poison lance, not a concern. We have the 1 javelin. We need to not use that. What are we trying to do here? Sword experience, I guess? Make sure we get the range right. We'll bait him out with Lowen. We won't be able to counter because he'll use a... I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just use the Steel Lance here. We'll move Pent back. I actually have a bolting that I could use. That's actually kind of funny. I don't think we'll be doing that though. I gave him the bolting just because I don't know why the hell not. Maybe I'll use it. I don't know. There's not a lot of situations here where I really need to use bolting. Florina here isn't threatened either. Iron Lance is honestly fine. She can probably kill these guys with Iron Lances. Yep. Same with Fiora. And we'll just move you over here and kill with a rapier. Bam. Now he wants to get speed. Look at that. Now he's starting to catch up a little bit better. Just a little bit better. The speed is, I gave him the speed wings, and now he's getting speed levels all of a sudden. Weird how that works, huh? I'll retreat Pent here. You can attack. I know who they're going to attack. They're going to attack probably the green unit here, which is honestly fine. I'm not concerned about that at all. They might go for... I'm realizing that they might... No, they're definitely going to attack the green unit. Okay. I mean, they can go for whoever they want, honestly. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay, we're good here. Over here... We're gonna get Legault on his way. We're going to drop Matthew here. And block the way on this side. An unlock would... Actually, an unlock staff here would have been nice. I wanted to actually get Heath over here. I should have moved him this way before, because he has the door key. He can move this way now, so who's gonna protect this side then? Lucius is probably not the ideal unit to do that. You know what? We'll send Fiora back up. Okay. Let's get her in a decent position. Yeah, we should be good. Not too many threatening enemies at the moment. We've basically cleared them all out. Yeah, we're gonna get you moving here. This is a message from Lord Nergal. I await you on the Dread Isle. He's still saying the same thing. 1 damage from the longbow. Not scary at all. Yeah, you're gonna attack the green unit. Of course you do. Okay, he opened that door. This thief's on his way. What are these guys gonna do? Go attack the calves, I guess? Yes, that is what they're going to do. Oh, he's gonna go attack the thief. Alright, interesting. I suppose that makes sense. Holy! Not really worried about them yet, though. Did something happen up here? Oh no, this guy's moving. Where are you going? Okay. So, Eliwood, he can get over there. This guy is in a really annoying position, not gonna lie. But we have ways around it. So, let's take a look at this guy. Because of how fast he is, we're not doing like a ton of damage to him. There's not very many units that are able to double. I could go for a bolting, I guess. It has an 82% hit rate to do quite a bit of damage, actually. But I wanted to try the main thing I wanted to try was this. With the Brave Lance, Florina can do 36 damage. Which brings this guy down to, what, like 15, I think? 15? Which is enough for Eliwood to come down here and also take the kill, albeit he needs the Brave Sword to do it. So it's kind of like a, you know, an extra Brave Sword use, which is perhaps a little bit annoying. But it is doable. So, you know what? That's the plan that I had to start off with, and that's the plan that I may as well use, because why not? We're not threatened here at all. Now, she does have a chance to crit here, and if she crits, Florina just gets the kill, and honestly, that's totally fine as well. This is a message from Lord Nergal. Yeah, I would have liked to give that experience to Eliwood, but giving it to Florina is totally fine as well. So there, that was very easy. A single crit from a Brave Lance use. That's all we needed to take that guy out. Suffice to say, he was not particularly threatening. But we like to give Eliwood the opportunity to take these guys out here. So One rapier coming right up. Although, at this point, at level 7, he actually has a decently solid speed stat now because he actually got speed levels on the 2 levels that he's got. So maybe it's not even that important anymore. Okay, we will go ahead and pick up the item here. A body ring, a very useful item. And then over here, Heath, we do have a door key for you. And then we can let Legault grab these other items. A dragon shield, also a very useful item. And then what? You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna get low and moving. Back? I would like Eliwood to get as much experience down here as possible. He is pretty close to catching up though. And we do have Lynn, and honestly at this point it doesn't really matter that much. I just want to make sure we have some units back here to make sure that we don't let anyone get to the throne. So yeah, we're gonna send... Lowen is doing just fine himself. We're gonna send Lowen over this way. Pent over this way as well. I think they're still gonna go for the green units, so we'll send Geets over here. Even if they don't, it's not a big deal. It's just a 1 cav here. These guys aren't threatening just yet. We're not in their range. And then we will just keep Priscilla over here to heal Eliwood as necessary. And everyone else just gets to stay here. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, you're gonna go for the green unit. That makes sense. These thieves are really on their way. Although there's not going to be much for them here in a little bit. Well, they might start running away once I grab this last chest. Maybe I should kill them. Or I guess these guys will come for us unless they miss. Alright, cool. Nothing too special. Although there are a lot of units down here now. Although 15 attack, 14 attack, 14 attack, 13 attack. They're not doing very much damage at all. So I can literally, I think, just bring Eliwood over here. And start getting my rapiers used up. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not worried about needing to counter the archers here that much. Oh, there we go. That's S-rank swords, just like that. Cool. Maybe we should have equipped the javelin then. Not that it's a big deal. Marcus, you can stay there. Honestly, you can stay here. I don't really want you doing too much of it. Well, okay, it's fine. It doesn't matter. We just need to keep Matthew safe. Florina can make her way up as well. Although we can keep some units around here for the time being. Just in case. Geets, we're gonna move up as well. I don't need him doing any more stuff in particular. Safe, safe, safe. They're probably gonna go for the green units anyways. And okay, we'll go ahead and grab this last item here. A white gem, a little bit more extra money there. And honestly, that about covers it. I mean, there is one special objective on this map that I didn't mention because I'm just not going for it. There's actually a secret shop down here. If you get your member card, you actually need warp. You actually need warp to access the secret shop. I'm not going for it because it doesn't have any items that I need or wants at all, right? They're actually, I think it's just a shop full of different promotion items in case you missed out on some in previous chapters and you still need some. They're available here. I don't need any. I'm totally good on that, so we have nothing to worry about there. No reason for me to go for that secret shop. Okay, yeah, they're just gonna keep going for the green guys until I guess they're gone. I'd appreciate if they went for Eliwood at some point. I mean, I guess when they die, they'll start going for Eliwood. If/when they die. These guys are pretty tanky. Okay. Once again, not a lot happening. Not a lot happening. Just taking a look to see if sorry, I wasn't watching earlier. Okay, we're good. Honestly, like, there's only one. There's another green guy. They're just gonna keep going for the green guys. This is so annoying. I mean, we just keep taking them out one by one, I guess. At least hit on the promoted units here. That'll give Eliwood a lot more experience. It's actually a pretty good map. As compared with the previous map where there just wasn't a lot of enemies that gave a lot of experience. This is a pretty good map to train Eliwood on. Level 8, 22 strength is pretty darn insane for Eliwood. Like, this is nuts. And his speed is not in a horrible place either at this point either, which is really nice. Once again, they're just gonna go for the green units if they can. We'll just retreat our units back a little bit. Yeah, there's not much going on over here at this point. We are literally just Eliwood farming. So it's end turn. There's not much left to do. They're just gonna keep going after the green units. That's the thing with these defend maps is if you're really fast and you can get through it pretty quickly, these last few defend turns, there's just not really much to do, which is fine. It just speaks to that you did the map pretty well, so you're rewarded with some easy turns. Oh, you're gonna okay, because the green units weren't in range. That's fine. Oh, that thief ran away. There's nothing for him to do anymore. Okay, cool. Green units are like gone. So I think we use Javelin here now. I'm mainly doing this so we can counter the archer on the next turn here. Although, all I need to do now is just get my units out of the way. So they only attack Eliwood, and they're not even that threatening. Like 13 attack, 14 attack, 14 attack. None of them do any damage. Yep, that'll do. Eliwood, get all these kills. He does get poisoned at the end here, but doesn't really matter. Okay, some defenses, not too bad. He did miss the javelin there. That's a little bit annoying, but also, once again, not a big deal. I think it's just because he got the pillar slot. Cool, and Eliwood's cleaned it up over here. Got quite a bit of experience for himself. And now we literally just wait. There's nothing left for us here. Although, do we have any situations where we can get supports? I haven't done the last few supports. Not that it super matters at this point. Pent is maxed out. Yeah, I think that's really just it. I mean, I guess there's Priscilla Heath, right? No, we already did Priscilla Heath. Okay, so yeah, we're basically just done. All right, yeah, that's it. Throne protected, got all the items. Wasn't all that difficult. Lord Hector, are you unharmed? Protect Lord Hector! Knights of Ostia, attack! Hey, Greybeard, are these guys... Yes, I'm sure of it. They are his morphs. It's true. They're all eerily similar. That reminds me, that man on Valor, Ephidel. Black Fang's Sonya, too. Are you saying that he made them all? It is an abomination, a crime against all that is natural. When Nergal began using morphs to carry out his plans, his power had grown beyond our ability to contain him. After humans, his next target became the essence of dragons. His next target had to be Arcadia. I concealed our paradise behind a curtain of sandstorms. I then hid in the underground ruins and waited for him. I did not hope to defeat him, just to exchange blows, and then draw him into the desert, which would be his end. But Nergal never showed up, did he? Correct. I have no idea how he managed it, but he called those siblings through the Dragon's Gate. And now, he plans to call a horde of dragons to this land. What do we have to do to stop him? Our last hope is the power of the legendary items. It would take too long for us to gather all of them. I will go to the Shrine of Seals and tell Bramimond everything. We must have his power, no matter the cost. Then we should go to the Dragon's Gate ahead of you. What? That's a good idea. Even though you cannot harm Nergal himself, you can certainly do some damage to his troops. If we don't answer Nergal's invitation soon, he'll continue to send out troops after us. If that's going to happen, we might as well take the fight to him. I won't have Lycia ravished by any more of his acts. You truly are Roland's children. I am old. I did not expect anything to surprise me again, and yet... Lord Athos, it takes the strongest of bonds to alter the course of fate. Go, my youthful friends. Set your sights on the Dragon's Gate, and keep moving. Eliwood, What happened to Durandal? It's right here. I'm sorry. I simply couldn't bring myself to wield it. Let me have it for a while. Is that alright? Yes. Eliwood, I understand how you feel. But without this weapon, we won't be able to stop Nergal. You know that, don't you? Yes. When next I wield it, I won't hesitate. I know. And we got a side quest. This one, you absolutely want to accept. Not accepting this one would be really, really dumb. Okay, maybe dumb is a little harsh, but you definitely want to accept the side quest. We're going to accept the side quest, obviously. All right, that was chapter 29, Sands of Time. Cool chapter. Not too much of a challenge. I'm finding that I'm having a pretty easy time on a lot of these defend maps. This one and Battle Before Dawn even was honestly not that difficult for me, which was surprising. I thought I was gonna struggle a little bit more on that one, but yeah, cool. We're nearing the end. We're in the home stretch here. So yeah, I hope you'll continue join me on the last few chapters of this adventure. See you then.